Welcome to Two Old Geeks Talking. I'm Rob,
I'm Trace.
and today we're doing Post-apocalyptic Mad Max films Part 2.
Right. We concentrated on Mad Max, the first part, and the second part we're going to look at other post-apocalyptic films. Now, I'm a big fan of post-apocalyptic films. What about you?
Some.
Some. And now, do you know they don't call them post-apocalyptic now? They call them dystopian films.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's too fancy.
Yeah. It's how young people that like change the name of everything. Like, let's not call it a pound sign anymore. Let's call it a hashtag.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So it's post-apocalyptic films, but a lot of people call them dystopian films. But anywho, we're going to talk about some of our favorites. What we're not going to talk about is The Walking Dead. Sorry, all you zombie apocalypse people. We're going to have a separate video for that. We're not going to talk about Planet of the Apes. You knocked my dude down.
Dude.
We're not going to talk about Matrix is actually considered post-apocalyptic. And so we're not going to talk about those because they're all going to have their separate videos. So we're going to talk about some games and some books as well.
Are we not going to talk about Wall-E?
Wall-E. Yeah, we talk about anything you want, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of my favorite post-apocalyptic films, and one of the first ones I ever saw, came out in 1975, and it was written by Harlan Ellison, which is like one of the greatest sci-fi writers of all time. And it's called A Boy and His Dog. It was one of the first films that Don Johnson was in. And
That's cool. Oh my God.
Dude, you knocked my guy down again. But anyway, after a nuclear blast, he's wandering the wasteland with his telepathic dog. He can talk to his dog. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh man, it's freaking awesome, man. It's awesome. And I'm not gonna tell you how it ends, but it got a surprise ending. But you get to look. It's very good. It's very well written. Harlan Ellison, he never wrote anything bad. God rest his soul. He's dead now. But the thing is if you look up A Boy and His Dog, it's definitely worth watching. Like I said, one of Don Johnson's first films, of Miami Vice fame. So it's a fantastic movie. So you haven't seen that? You need to. Okay. All right. One of my other favorite post-apocalyptic films was, let's see, 1995. It was Waterworld. A lot of people don't like that, but you got to realize he took a different. Most post-apocalyptic films are in the desert,
Right.
the wasteland, but in this, the ice caps melt, and so the whole world's covered by water. Kevin Costner, fantastic actor. He plays a mutated human, and I liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. It's kind of cheesy, but I like cheese every once in a while, especially with wine, and so it's not that big of a deal. One of the cool things about this movie is the prop ship that they had in the movie. It was actually purchased by a guy, and he sets it up at Wasteland Weekend. We talked about Wasteland Weekend. We'll have a link to it in our description. But he actually bought that ship, and he sets it up in the desert every year. That big oil rig. It's just a facade like what we have back here, a fake studio.
I'm surprised Universal Studio doesn't.
Yeah.
Hang on to it.
Yeah, but yeah. That was good. It was good. And so. And what does Kevin Costner do? He makes another one back in 1997. So I mean, you got to give a thumbs up for Kevin because he's dipped his toe in the post-apocalyptic pond at least twice. So come out with a Postman. You ever seen Postman?
No.
Oh man, you haven't seen Postman?
No.
Oh, and you saw Waterworld.
Right.
But you didn't see A Boy and His Dog?
No.
Oh man. But yeah, Postman is a great movie. I like it because it's a reluctant hero. Where Mad Max is like a reluctant hero, the Postman is like a reluctant hero. He's really kind of a devious, just trying to get by at the end of times type of guy. But he gets thrown into a situation where he kind of takes on somebody's identity. They think he's somebody else that he's not. And like I said, this come out in '97, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely should. It's got a cameo by Tom Petty. You know who Tom Petty's playing in the movie?
Tom Petty?
He's playing Tom Petty. Yeah. He's like post-apocalyptic Tom Petty. And he died this past year. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he did. He's one of my wife's favorite musicians.
Oh, I love Tom Petty.
Yeah. But if you haven't seen Postman, check it out. Awesome. Okay, let's see. What else? Let's see. 2008 was Doomsday. Did you ever see Doomsday?
No.
You're not in. He's not into post-apocalyptic movies like I am. Doomsday is great. First of all, it's got Rona Mitra in it. She was in The Practice. She was also in my favorite Underworld movie, which we'll do a video series on that. And it's got cannibalism in it, and it's like a awesome movie.
It looks cool.
Yeah. You should definitely check that out. It's like a part of the world's been petitioned off and quarantined, and because of a virus. Imagine that. And so Rona Mitra has to go in with a team, and it just shows you how everything's degraded and how people have basically turned into animals. But so it's a good movie, definitely worth watching. So check out Doomsday. Boy and His Dog, I give a 7 on a scale from 1 to 10, and for Waterworld, I give a 7 on a 1 to 10. Postman, I probably give it 8 on a 1 to 10, and Doomsday, I probably give it a 7, 1 to 10. But they're all worth seeing. Next post-apocalyptic movie you should check out, in my opinion, is The Road. Have you ever seen The Road?
No.
You haven't?
I've heard of it though.
Yeah. Well, you guys and Rob should go see a lot of these movies. It was based on a book by Cormac McCarthy, come out in 2009. And it's probably the closest to what it would really be like during a post-apocalyptic. So I mean, it's very real. Whereas A Boy and His Dog, Waterworld, and The Postman's kind of fantastical. This one here is very realistic to the point where it's very depressing. If you want to be depressed, this is a good movie to see. It's not something to watch. You're not going to feel happy when it's over. Of course, you really probably shouldn't feel happy in a post-apocalyptic movie. But it's got Robert Duvall in it, and he's like probably, if not my favorite actor. Yeah, I think he's probably my favorite actor. The guy could read a grocery list and make it seem interesting. I mean, he's a great actor. So if you haven't seen that, definitely see it. It's based on a book. I've read the book, and I've read several post-apocalyptic books, but it's definitely one of the best. But like I said, it's not a happy. Oh man, that's horrible. That was a bad idea. But anyway, you should definitely see
The
that.
smell of burning ink.
Next movie, if you get a chance to see it, come out in 2010. Tell me you've seen that movie.
Oh yes.
Book of Eli. Tell me about it. What do you think about it?
Okay. Do I want to spoil it for everybody?
Well, I mean, you could spoil it.
Okay, so it's about a gentleman who's traveling, and he's actually carrying the last copy of the Bible.
Yes.
And he is trying to deliver it to, I can't remember exactly who he's trying to deliver.
Somebody that's going to, he's got the last copy, and he's going to deliver it to somebody that can print it.
Right.
And give it to everybody.
And so basically he's defending it off from this one guy who wants it, and he's throwing everything at him. Do I want to spoil it?
No, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Now, it is a kick-butt movie.
Yes.
A lot of action, and one heck of a plot twist.
Yes, I give it a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, that's very high.
Yeah.
So it come out in 2010. But anyway, it's got a bad guy, Gary Oldman. He plays the bad guy. Gary Oldman plays the best bad guy.
Gary Oldman's good at anything.
And I mean, he was a bad guy in a lot of my favorite movies. Fifth Element, Professional, but he plays a bad guy.
Oh, Dracula. And, remember he was in that Dracula movie?
Yeah. Denzel Washington, he's the good guy. And what I like about the movie is it has a Christian hero. And I'm a Christian. You're a Christian. And so let me count how many Christian heroes have been in action movies. Let's see. There's Book of Eli and
Spartacus?
I don't think he was a Christian.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's it. Like a Book of Eli. I think that's the only one. So I mean, what Denzel Washington's character does with the Bible is he tries to use it for good. What Gary Oldman wants is he wants to get his hand on the Bible and use it for that. In other words, use it to control people. It just shows you two different sides of that same coin. And but I like it because he'll quote scripture right before he kicks butt.
Right.
And so I really like that. So if you haven't seen that, that's just wrong. That's just wrong, man. You've got, especially if you're a Christian, you definitely need to see the Book of Eli. It's a great post-apocalyptic movie. Okay. Let's see what else we got. This is not a great movie, but have you ever seen a movie that's not good, but you probably need to watch it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Bad Batch?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Surprise. Bad Batch is on Netflix right now, so check it out if you can. I'm not going to tell you it's good. I give it a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's definitely worth watching simply because it's odd. My wife would watch it simply because Jason Momoa is in it, and she'll watch anything with Jason Momoa in it. And but it's got Keanu Reeves in it too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's got a guest appearance by Jim Carrey. So it's an all-star studded cast in a very odd, low-budget movie. And I can spoil this for you because the movie sucks anyway. But basically what it is the female lead character, she's captured by some cannibals, and they actually eat her leg and eat her arm, and she escapes.
Not quickly.
Not quickly, very slowly. And so when she escapes, she goes to take revenge on them. But then she ends up linking up with one of the cannibals that actually ate her arm and leg. It's an unconventional love story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, it's on Netflix. Come out in 2017. It's called The Bad Batch. And like I said, it's not a good movie, but it's almost one you have to see. Because I mean, how many movies are you gonna find like that, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of your? Do you have any like post-apocalyptic movies I wouldn't mention other than the ones we're gonna do separate videos on?
Wally.
Talk to me about Wally.
Well, I think the reason I liked it is because first you see the character on the earth after it's already been depleted of everything other than its junk and its trash, right?
Yeah.
So it's this one little character, android. It's a job to clean it up. That's all he has to do. And so humanity has gone on to become very slothing-like out of shape. Everything's done for them. And so they send another android down to see if they can see if there's been any life on the planet. And so they ended up finding a plant, bringing it back. Of course, the machinery turns against its owners, its creators. I know it's not really considered a post-apocalyptic movie, but it actually is a post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah, if you Google post-apocalyptic movies, Wall-E will come up.
Yeah.
And it was a good film. It was a kids' film. It was a family film. How many post-apocalyptic family films are there? Let me count them. Let's see. There's Wall-E, and then I think that's it. Just pretty much Wall-E.
Right.
Yeah, right. Well. So we'll shift out of the films for a minute, and we'll talk about books. Like I told you, I'd read The Road. It was very depressing. I don't like to really read something that's depressing. There's enough depressing stuff in real life. I don't need to add more of that to life. So, but a post-apocalyptic book that I would recommend, and it was probably my favorite book of all time, is Go-Go Girls of the Apocalypse. And this book is fantastic, and this will be a movie one day. I don't know if it will suck or not, but it will be a movie one day without a doubt, because this book is fantastic. I lent it to my mother-in-law. She read it in one day. I mean, I've never known anybody that read this book and didn't like it. Without ruining anything, it's about a guy he's from Tennessee. He's going through a bad divorce. To get away from everybody, he kind of goes up in the mountains, and he's got a little AM radio and a cabin and some canned goods to last him a few months. Well, the crap hits the fan. His radio goes out. He stays up there as long as he can. When he comes down off the mountain, everything's gone to heck. And so he's got to deal with the post-apocalyptic world when he gets back. It's funny, it's smart, it's well written. It's written by an author named Victor Geisler. A lot of his stuff is real hit and miss. Victor, if you're watching, this is just like Tolkien has Lord of the Rings. This is your Lord of the Rings, Victor.
Alrighty.
And so you need to make a sequel to this, or you need to push it and try to make a movie out of it. I heard it had been an option for a movie, but somebody definitely needs to do this and do it right, because this is so well written. Now, you're not a you like to read comic books, but you're not a big book reader.
Right. If it don't have pictures, I'm not
Yeah,
interested.
but I mean, if you get through if you could ever read one book, man, this book's fantastic. So, Go Girls of the Apocalypse. If you like to read, check it out for sure. Now let's talk about video games for a bit. So there's been tons of post-apocalyptic video games. Borderlands, do you play any of those?
No, I've never played
They're
Borderlands.
first-person shooters. They're fun. They're low on plot, high on action. They're fun games. I'm not big into first-person, so to me, I prefer third-person. But I'm a big gamer. You're a gamer.
Right.
And but they're worth checking out. There's been 3 of them. I think a 4th one's getting ready to come out. There's a strategy game called Wasteland. That's also a very good game to play. It's a little slower pace, but it's very well written. But probably and they even had a Mad Max game that come out years ago. And it was good, but it come out just when Xbox One first come out. And they had this huge memory, and you could make the maps huge, and they really didn't have a huge plot, so they did a whole lot of copy and paste. So lots of times you travel from one land to the next, and they're so similar, it kind of becomes monotonous. It's a great game, but you kind of get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. But without a doubt, probably the most popular post-apocalyptic game series is Fallout. And I played the original one on a computer. This get up that I have on is actually a vault suit from the video game that I put together for a Comic-Con. And you'll see it in the thumbnail of this video. And you get your little bitty bobblehead here, which you can find throughout the game. But these are great games. They're made by Bethesda. There's been several of them. And Fallout 4, I enjoyed it. Fallout New Vegas, I enjoyed it. Obsidian made that. And but they're open world games. You can be first person or you can be third person, which is the way you should go as far as the game's concerned. And if you enjoy gaming and you enjoy post-apocalyptic, you'd like this. They make Skyrim and all the Elder Scrolls games, and I really enjoyed it. They recently come out with an MMO called Fallout 76. I didn't get it because I'm not an MMO guy. I like single-player games, and it was disastrous. Apparently, it was full of bugs, and it was a boring game, and they really tried their best to make it better, and my understanding is they have. But like I said, I won't play it because I'm not an MMO type of guy. Have you ever played MMO? Massive multiplayer online where you're playing with other people instead of playing with yourself?
Well, yeah, but that Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. So I mean, this is awesome game. So definitely check it out if you get a chance. And I'm a big Fallout fan. And next time they come out with a single player game, I'll definitely get it. And what makes the game so cool now is that you can download mods. So you can download things and change the game up and keep it fresh. And I really like that Bethesda has it set up to where you can download mods where people in the gaming community can make a Mad Max something or Terminator something or whatever, and it changes the game up. So if you haven't played a Fallout game and you like post-apocalyptic stuff, definitely try that out. And anything else as far as post-apocalyptic?
Well, as far as video games, The Last of Us. I played that.
I didn't play that. Tell me about it. It was good?
Yeah, it was really good, and I mean, it was difficult. I haven't played, there's a second version of it out, but I got to play the first one, and it was really, I liked the storyline. It was really good. I liked the way they had it set up. and then it was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Did you actually like get scared during part of it, or?
No, I didn't want to pee myself, but yeah, it was kind of the it goes into the whole zombie kind of thing.
Yeah, my wife Teresa, she played that. Yeah, zombie apocalypse thing is really popular. I'm going to kind of pull back from that because we're going to have a separate video for Walking Dead, and at some point. But with everything going on, we thought having a couple of end of the world post-apocalyptic videos would be appropriate for this time.
Right.
And but everything we're going through right now, we'll get through it, and just like we did Y2K and Killer Bees, and kids used to hide underneath their desk during school, in case we had a nuclear bomb. I'm not really sure that would help you hiding underneath the desk.
No, not really.
So, anything you want to say to people before we close out?
No.
No. Here's what I'll say. As far as everything that's going on and end times and stuff like that, first of all, don't worry. Worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. Worrying just takes away today's peace. And we'll all get through this crap. And the main thing is to have fun.
Right.
And that's the most important thing. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. And we'll have another subject for you in a couple of weeks, next month. You done?
I'm done.
Okay, I think I'm done.
All righty.